like now that we have a consistent space, crowds seem to be consistent, which like the thing I'm most excited about is we're starting to have like fans, like people that come like every month. Like there's this one guy who has like the best laugh. He's this big guy named Renee, who luckily he usually like sits in the back, and out of the last 8, I think he's come to like 5 or 6. Like he's just like, I haven't seen this one. Decided to trust you guys and just come back. And we're like, awesome. That's the best.
Yeah, absolutely. That must be cool to have fans.
Yeah.
We don't have any. No, we have a couple fans, but they all attended the January 6th riot.
So they're legally not allowed to attend our shows.
Every time we get a fan, they're like, I like what you guys are saying because you're serious about it. And we're like, no.
It'd be funny, like if everyone who was there got like some. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna talk about this on the podcast at all, but I in California on our trip, we like accidentally met one of my aunt and uncle's neighbors who was there.
Yeah.
And she just casually brought it up because she was like the skinny. We were like in a jacuzzi. I don't know if we want to put this on at all, but like it was funny because like she just casually dropped that she was there, and she's like, it was very peaceful. I think everyone tried to make it out like it was this big violent thing, and I was just like, people died. Like make it out. Like it's like, what do you mean?
I think only one person actually died, and they were shot by a cop.
Yeah.
So,
but like the thing, and then
to make it out, like it was like Woodstock. It was we were holding hands and Brit.
She's like, I don't know what you guys all saw. And
well,
I was just like, what did you see? Like,
they were all covered in mud.
Yeah,
I think that was
because then she also had a different conversation before she dropped that little nugget, and it like made sense. Like she was talking about, like we were talking about like different supplements, like we got to get more magnesium or calcium or whatever. And then she's like, you know what I've been doing? I've been like drinking silver. and I thought she was joking. And then she's just like, no. So, like back in the day with like the plague, like the silver spoons thing, it like, it helps this, that, and the other. And like we Googled it later, and it's like if you ingest silver, your skin will literally turn silver and you will poison yourself.
Yeah.
But she was just talking about it like, it's that's like as if like that's what keeps me skinny. And it's just like, if it works for you, girl, like.
Well, heavy metal poisoning will keep one skinny, so
right.
Does wonders for the body.
Yeah, I'd love to see that ad for like some supplement that's just like, you need more silver,
I think that's what Ozempic is. I think you're just injecting silver into your blood. Yeah.
But you can't stop.
Yeah,
it's the nation's new shiny new diet. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Ingesting silver.
Why do you think it's so expensive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because it's made of silver.
Yeah,
it's made of melted down dimes.
But yeah, it was funny because she's just a skinny, like, I don't know, maybe in her 60s, like this older woman just kind of talking like, it was very peaceful, and I ingest silver, and it's just like, man, you are batshit, like you're all over the place, lady, and you're so calm about it too.
I'd have been like, just tell me more.
Yeah.
No, I kind of checked out. My uncle and my girlfriend were like kind of getting the pot stirring a little, and I'm just like, I think I was a little tipsy. I'm in a jacuzzi in California, and I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth for this, but I'll listen.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The older I get, the more I like to kind of poke the bear a little bit. Like, I used to get real quiet at like family events whenever anything would get brought up that starts to get kind of heated. Now I'm like, tell me more, Mom. What do you think about? What do you think about the neighbors, huh? Well, we did do. My favorite thing that ever happened at dinner was one of your first dinners with my family. Was my mom for Christmas every single year she'll make a different dish from a different nationality. So
she does like a different themed cuisine dinner.
Yes. So she was like
next year silver.
Yeah. we melted the silverware. Don't worry. You can eat it with your hands.
Yeah.
No. So she did Mexican one year. She did Italian the other year, and then. For whatever reason, she just brings up at dinner, she's like, why don't we go around the table and say what we would all bring to a black-themed Christmas? and my brother and his wife kind of are like,
they clammed up. They're
oh
like,
no, let's not do that. That sounds like
Who's this for?
And then me and Lauren are like, let's go.
I got 5 things I'm gonna name right now.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's like, okay. That reminds me. This one time, I was a young dumb comedian in 2019. Drove or 2018 drove with a friend to do a stupid show in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and we stopped in like Indiana at like an Olive Garden just to like get some food and keep driving.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, excuse me, to like the waitress, like, what town are we in? I know we're in Indiana. She's like, oh, we're in such and such. I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, where are you heading? And we're like, oh, we're actually going to a comedy show in Cleveland. She's like, oh, are you guys friends with Dave Chappelle? Which, well, so I of course,
friends.
I yes-anded.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, we're going to hang out at one of his barbecues.
Yeah.
Just like, I was not implying a black thing with a barbecue. I was just like, it's summer, we're going to a barbecue.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, because they love chicken. And I was just like, I was just like, yes, yeah, that's why.
Wow.
But
she looked at you, she heard what you said and she go, good one, huh?
Yeah,
she's like, you were implying?
Yeah, I know.
That's hilarious.
She's just like, oh yeah, because they love chicken. And I was just like,
that's
I
what
don't
you're saying.
I don't even think of
well, she
chicken
meant they
for
as
barbecues.
she meant they as in comedians.
Yeah. Yeah. My pronouns are comedian.
Wow. I love that. I love her being like, yeah, I see where you're going with it. I like it.
I follow.
And you'd be like, oh no.
It's like, no, I'm being sarcastic that I hang out with Dave Chappelle.
Exactly.
Do you think if I was buddies with Dave Chappelle, I'd be at fucking Olive Garden in Indiana?
You'd be at the barbecue.
Right? Forever at those barbecues.
That's funny. That's so funny. Well, we have a couple things pulled up here. I don't know if you brought anything too for us to react to or anything, but we pulled up a couple articles that we thought would be fun to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
no, I trusted you guys. I figured you always
poor
have some fun
decision.
stuff to
Very poor decision. No, I'm just joking.
No, there was times on the trip where she was like working on homework in the passenger seat, and I'm like, I need to listen to a different podcast, like something that's not like boring. And so like sometimes I'd throw your guys on, but I'd have my headphones in, so I'm just driving and then just like laughing, and she's just like, what is he doing over there? Just laughing and driving. Like,
well, that's better than what most people do to our podcast is get pissed off and go, why do you, and start commenting quickly like, what? So you're really saying you actually believe this? We have to go, no.
yeah.
We're just joking. Well, I'm glad. I was just talking earlier about how I hope people listen to us in the car. I hope it makes a nice car ride.
Yeah. Podcasting, is definitely, I'm always listening, either doing chores or driving. That's the place.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Us too. I think like, or if I can get away with it at work. If I'm working remote, I 100% can just listen to podcasts all day.
For sure.
But if I work in the office, I have to pretend to be typing all day. And like opening tabs and closing them.
Yeah.
When I was listening to students give their speeches, I would just have a podcast playing in my earbuds and like smiling.
And you're like, that was a pretty good speech.
I'd just be laughing at random times.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled up this story here that's actually pretty new, or they revisited it recently on TLC on one of those My Strange Addiction shows. This woman.
Oh, have we started?
Oh, yeah.
Did we introduce the podcast again?
I was going to say we were just having a conversation.
Our Crass
we
wives
do usually
kind of
kind of just slip in the middle of conversation, but
we are a slip in slip out kind of podcast.
for the listener, we're welcome to Working Crass Podcast. This is my beautiful wife Lauren.
Hello.
And I'm Joshua. Hello. And we are joined here by our friend Brandon. Would you like us to give your last name? Usually we keep everybody's last name secret, so that way they have the freedom to say whatever they want to say.
Sure. We'll just say Brandon for now.
We'll keep it as Brandon.
And then if we get through nothing cancelable, I'll be like, you can find me such and such.
Yeah. We'll put your home address, your phone number.
Yeah.
Your boss's phone number.
Yeah.
Now, we know each other through work. We met at work where you got out and you have much better life now. I'm still in chains, but it's okay. No.
Yeah.
But then you also run comedy shows, so that's how we've continued to know each other as well. So,
Absolutely.
And thanks for joining us here to talk about this lady who eats cat hair. Now,
Thanks
this is
for having me. All right.
I saw this. I saw like a clip of this on Instagram, and I was like, "This was made for our pod."
I like the title of the video. This woman eats cat hair.
With an exclamation mark.
Yeah, exclamation point.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Let me turn it up.
I groom my cat with my tongue like a mama cat would do to her kitten. Are you my good girl? There are a lot of
What's great is the whisper too. Are you my good girl?
Yeah, it's a little too.
I just like that they put this Harriet the Spy music.
Yeah, like.
Or like Judge Judy kind of music.
Yeah, get in here, you loon. Like this doctor.
Yeah, this is wild. So she has to cough up hairballs, though, right? I mean, you can't be able to digest.
Right now, the caption says there are a lot of long-term problems, and we're like, oh, in many facets, like
100% dating, meeting people,
mentally, emotionally, physically,
yes,
environmentally.
And also just abuse of animal. Like, I don't know if a cat really wants to be licked.
Yeah.
Although her cat seemed very happy about it. You know, maybe I should give this a try. We got
Get your cat in here.
Yeah, we got 2 cats with plenty of hair. We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doctor is questioning every choice she's made in life.
Yeah.
She's like, how did I get here?
I just wanted to help people.
Yeah. I wish I got a bigger copay the more crazy they are.
It's like normally I wouldn't charge this much, but you eat cat hair.
You deserve it.
And you're making me be involved in a filming of this.
Yeah.
I have to
I'm in a
explain-
documentary now. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
long-term problems that can develop from this condition, like having GI bleed from developing an ulcer, or there can be a rupture of the stomach, which is a life-threatening condition.
It's a decade later. And I'm still addicted to eating cat hair.
Good Lord.
I guess my favorite texture of fur is very
Jesus.
cottony and like once it gets wet and you chew it up, it's very felty. The texture.
God, don't
is
bring
what
this
it
lady in a
is.
craft store.
Oh, it's very fluffy. I'll eat that too.
Yeah, cottony. It's like people usually avoid cottonmouth.
Yeah.
Like, and she's just like,
I love a good cottony
it's
feeling
my
in my mouth.
thing. Like,
This lady gets hungry. She goes to a Joann's.
yeah.
Wow. You know, I kind of want to try it.
You're like, well, we haven't tried it yet. We shouldn't judge too harshly.
I've always said we got to try new things. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try some cat hair.
Look,
I'm not gonna knock it.
Look, it's we've tried Indian, we've tried Mexican. Just gotta try some hairballs.
This is
you
the
know?
next family Christmas.
Yeah, my
This is
mom's
the next
gonna-
theme.
My mom's gonna do cat hair theme.
Yeah.
Lisa has consumed roughly 7,000 hairballs since her
counted?
addiction began. What constitutes a hairball, too?
Yeah.
You have to roll it up like. Could you eat one big one and go, that's 2?
When you were saying rolling it up, I was picturing her rolling it into like a joint, and then but then like just slurping it. Just like, ooh, that's a good shit.
That's enough fur to cover the surface of a basketball court. Oh my God.
Good Lord. So okay, so wait, she said
sorry.
it's all right. So she said it's been 10 years.
Stop. There we go.
So this was So she was previously on the show.
I
Yes.
guess
And then
so.
10 years went by, and they're like, let's see if she's still fucking nuts.
Yeah, TLC.
Yeah.
TLC every 10 years they do like a like a high school reunion, but with crazy people, just like insane people.
Yeah.
She's just like, I've learned nothing.
yeah. Here's everyone who was insane. Guess what? They're still insane.
Yeah.
Which, like, I hate to say it, but like, let's address the elephant in the room. Like, clearly she's doesn't have a great diet outside of the cat fur. Like, she's been overweight for 10 years, and I'm wondering what else she's eating.
Other than just a diet of cat hair. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I guess this is great proof that the cat hair diet, it don't work.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, there's not a lot of carbs in cat hair.
Probably a lot of fiber.
Yeah.
A lot of
Is
fiber.
that keto? Oh, no, it's catto.
It's catto.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
I prefer to live on an all kibbles diet. I'm not gonna eat their fur. I'm just gonna eat their food.
Yeah. She like tries like their actual food, like cat food, and she's like, I'm not a freak. I have some standards.
Was it Byron who said his dad used to eat cat food?
I mean, that sounds like something Byron would say, so I'm inclined to say yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like where Byron came from.
That checks out.
No, he said that when he used to feed the cats, he would just take a spoon and like eat some for himself too.
His father
Makes me
was
wanna throw up just sitting here.
He was raised by Charlie Kelly.
Yeah. That makes sense too. That definitely does make sense. Oh man.
The biggest change is 10 years ago, I just had one cat. Now I have 5 cats.
So the biggest change is my addiction has gotten worse.
So no one at any of the local shelters were alerted. And they're just like, keep giving her cats.
Oh no. What's going to happen when she gets a little bit of cat flesh in there and develops a taste for that too? She's like, one of my cats went missing.
Oh god! It'd be really funny if she was like vegan. She's like against eating animals. She's like, look, I just eat the fur, not the meat.
It doesn't cause any harm to the animal, and a lot of harm to my gastric system.
Yeah, because the crazy thing is, like, I learned having lived with a cat for a while with my girlfriend that like. Just by having a cat in the house, you can already just like get sick because of like them being in their litter and so forth. But like she's just like, well, I got to double down. Like if I'm gonna be with this dirty ass cat, I may as well put it directly into my mouth. Like let's like remove the what ifs.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Your germs are my germs, cat.
Yeah. Do the cats lick her back?
She feeds the cats her hair.
Yeah.
That's so gross. It's like, I just got a healthy crop of pubes for you, kitty.
I aged this pube for you. I pickled it.
Pickled pubes for little kitty.
I just assumed that when she went to the animal shelter, that's how she picked out her cats. Was she licked all of them and found the one that tasted the best?
She grabs one, licks it.
Ma'am?
Not this one.
Ma'am, so we've seen you lick about 6 cats. You're going to have to just take all of them. And she's like, oh, darn.
Yeah. If you lick it, you have to buy it, man. We've told you that every time you come here.
If you lick it, you have to buy it.
So now I have 6 cats.
Yeah.
Oh,
They all have a different flavor.
Do you think the neighbors all have like they used to have outdoor cats and now they're all strictly indoor because they're afraid of them getting in this lady's
Getting
yard?
licked.
Yeah. I just also want, does she season it at all? Is there any like?
Well,
any
I think she takes the cat hair and probably sprinkles it on other food.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the secret spice.
that cat hair don't taste good without a little bit of scrimp, a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of Cajun seasoning.
Get Food Network on the horn. Give her a show. Now with this curry, I put a little bit of cinnamon in there. My cat. Not actual cinnamon. I put cinnamon in my cat.
This is a cinnamon purry.
There we go.
There we go. She's like, I have to season my cats just perfect. She's rolling a cat in butter. It's like melted butter. Oh, Jesus.
Kiki is absolutely crazy. Kiki.
And she would know. She knows crazy.
I was going to say, her name is
we
Kiki.
started calling Kiki.
Yeah. Oh, man. She's like, Kiki has a big mental disorder. She has a lot of addictions. She like can't recognize that in herself, but she keeps pointing out the cats. Kiki the robot.
And I'm not really sure why, but it fits. She's such a little weirdo.
She's so weird. It's like when I start licking her, she tries to get away. She bites me. She scratches me.
She cries.
See, when they cut to this B-roll of her licking the cat, I just think of the film crew that's just sitting there just like, it's a paycheck. It's a paycheck. Like,
I bet film crew guys have great stories, especially TLC film crew guys.
Oh, my God.
Because they go to people's houses that are just the weirdest people in America.
I do remember there was an episode of My Strange Addiction that I will never forget. It was the lady who was like obsessed with smelling gasoline. And she just had like bottles of gasoline all around her house and had to get like a fix every 10 minutes.
Jesus. And you have to be the camera guy in there like plugging your nose and trying to record.
Well, they got footage of her like going to the gas station, filling her little like water bottle, the sniffer bottle up with gas, then getting back in her car, sniffing it, obviously getting high, and then driving off.
Yeah.
And being like, that's good.
I just like, I also, with these film crews, I just think about like, if some of them were to eventually go on and do like Academy Award winning movies, and she's like, "What'd you do before Birdman? Have you seen My Strange Addiction?"
Before Birdman, I did Cat Lady.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see the episode where the lady licks her cats? Oh, you didn't. Oh well, you'll have to check it out.
You see, Avengers Endgame wouldn't exist without this woman eats cat hair.
Yeah, and of course she's got a cat sweater on.
Oh yeah, made out of cat hair.
And in the background of her interview, it says, "I love my cat." Oh, we know.
Oh yeah,
you were on television for it.
Someone needs to get her a new one that says, "I eat my cat."
Yeah, she tried to find one that said, "I lick my cat," but they just don't sell those.
Yeah. Man,
she goes, "Oh, that's a heart? I thought that was a tongue."
Man, we will not custom make that for you. We have standards here at Hobby Lobby.
Then I shall take my business elsewhere. And a hefty hairball to you.
Yeah.
I love
So
it. In
wait,
the middle of an interview, she just started coughing up a hairball. It made me so happy.
Now that you did that, though, is that seconds for her? Like, is that?
Oh yeah.
Or she know once it goes out once.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's where she gets grossed out.
disgusting.
I'm not a monster.
Well, I'm not crazy.
Yeah. How often does she say the sentence, "I'm not crazy"? Usually the crazy people are the ones who say that.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. You guys are looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah. Why are you filming? Well, I'm not crazy.
As she like has a mouthful of cat hair.
Yeah.
Trisha Biggie is my special baby. She loves to climb up and cuddle. I love Nina so much. She is such a mean little old bitch. She's Subhadra
Because she's being
a
licked
diva.
against her will.
Yeah. Man, I mean, she really just puts her tongue out and licks these cats.
These close-ups too.
I know.
Like I said, I just keep thinking of the film crew. Like if you had to film it, if either one of you had to film this, are you like just?
I'd say slower, breathier.
Yeah,
going.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, I didn't quite get your tongue in that one. Can you turn this way?"
I'd say, "Quicker, lady. I can only stay hard for so long."
Can you say the cat's name while you do it? Can you say my name while you do it?
Oh man.
Oh yeah, this lady's got an OnlyFans for sure.
Yeah. I mean, she's got to pay for those sweaters.
She's like, "You want to see me
Yeah.
lick my pussy?"
Lame.
But she puts no preview pictures, so people are like, "Oh hell yeah! Oh man, not again! It's another one where they're licking a cat."
God damn it! This is the third OnlyFans I've signed up for. A woman just eating cat hair.
Then the Rickroll music plays.
Yeah.
She is a little diva. Little Butler, we found him at the laundromat. He climbed right up on me and just snuggled right in. He was just like, you are.
And I got to licking right away.
Yeah.
All of these stories are like, oh man, my cat is such a little diva. He runs away constantly. He hates being licked.
He went right on my titties, and I went right in his. Got my face right in there.
Oh, we found this one at a nuclear waste disposal plant, and he was covered in green goo, and I just got to licking. I don't care. I love him. I love my cat.
I don't get pleasure out of that. I'm bathing them. Yeah, that'd be great. If it actually wasn't the taste, it's just like, no, I'm just trying to have hygienic cats. Thank you very much.
It would be wrong of me not to lick these cats, actually.
Me home. There you are. Hi, baby. And I groom them all, for the most part, when they let me.
When they let me?
Which is never.
You clean little cat.
She was doing like a downward tongue motion on that one. That was a interesting technique.
Not even a cat, not even a cat's mom would clean their own kittens like that. It's a little strange because there's so many of them now.
It's just like there's no time for anything anymore.
There's not enough time in the day to lick all these cats.
Look, I had to quit my one job. It was just taking up too much of my time.
I'm really sorry, but this is digging into my cat licking time.
Yeah.
What did you say?
You heard me. Cat licking.
You could pack up your desk. I barely get enough sleep.
I'm up all night licking these cats.
Sleep. Hi, baby. I know, everybody knows I'm a crazy cat lady. I'm in my 50s. I don't have any children. I never wanted any children. These are my babies. If I was a mama cat, I would clean them just like that.
Thank God she doesn't have children.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Oh, she goes, this is not sexual for me at all, which is exactly what you would say. And it's a little sexual for you.
Yeah.
But she also says, like, yeah, I never wanted any kids. It's like, oh, it wasn't because you had no options to make said children.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, I never wanted kids. I've never wanted anyone to like me, per se. I never wanted friends. I never wanted anyone to hang out. I don't mind when people call me crazy and throw things at me. It's always what I kind of wanted. Oh, man.
Not at all. I don't lick their butts. I don't lick their genitals. I don't even lick the bottom of their paws because gross.
Again, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy because gross. I'm not disgusting.
Look, boundaries. What she's discussing is specific boundaries.
I'm a reasonable woman. I'm very reasonable.
Oh, if they got that in one of the interviews, they'd give that guy a fucking bonus who recorded that.
Oh, that would be perfect. She's like, they're not going to lick themselves. Well, yeah, they do sometimes lick themselves, but I try to do the most licking.
Well, she says paws gross because that's in the litter box. It's like, what do you think their paws touch? Like they lick themselves and just rub
their paws all over. Yeah.
Like,
or when they're, kicking up the litter dust, where does it all go?
Yeah.
Into the rest of their fur.
Good Lord.
Oh,
that's in the litter box. And I know they're gross. We're all gross. Everything is bad for you. Everything is terrible. If I want to groom my cat, I'm going to groom my cat. I'm not going to stop licking the cats or eating cat fur. I'm just not.
Hang on. I like the justification. Everything's terrible for you. Everything's gross. So, like, don't fucking judge me. And it's just like, wait.
That's the same reasoning that a heroin addict gives.
Yeah.
Everything's bad for you, so I eat silver. So what?
Yeah. Like, look, there are worse things I could be licking.
I could just drink poison every day. Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah. Look, I know it's been 10 years, but fuck you guys. All right, let me live my life.
I ain't never.
This is my truth.
My cat. I'm never. I love that declarative statement because they came to check in with her after 10 years to see, hey, you still doing that thing where you lick cats? And she's like, I'm never gonna stop licking cats.
You think I stopped? Do you think there was ever a slowdown period? Look, the only thing that changed was you stopped recording 10 years ago. Like there was no growth.
I've gotten 4 cats since then. I'm doing it 5 times as much as I was before.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
God bless her. I wish her the best.
Let's see her in another 10 years.
She started growing cat hair. She's becoming a cat.
Yeah. She's actually the one who runs that cat barcade or whatever it is in Chicago.
I actually knew the person before I started work at the place where we worked, which I won't say on the podcast because I don't want anyone to find out. But I worked as a dog walker for like 6 months when I started here, and I hated that job. I mean, to be honest, I loved the job because I got to spend all the time with dogs and I got to ride my bike everywhere and learn the layout of the city.
Yeah.
But it paid nothing. Like I paid,
And they
so
did not
poorly.
like when you licked the dogs.
They didn't let me lick a single one.
And when they found out, they were all weird about it.
And it's not like I didn't ask.
And
I asked.
And I said, I'm not crazy.
But one of the people that worked there with me, that was when she was like, I just started this thing called Catcade, and like I have all these cats. And so every time I walk by, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to work with that lady. But I never went in, never talked to her again, never talked to anyone there again.
Oh God, I see the tab. What you're about to click. I heard about this, and I was in a weird place when I first heard it. I was just like, nope, not gonna give this any energy.
Well, today you got to give it at least a little energy.
Now I'm real curious. I got coffee in me.
So basically, speaking of animals,
Yeah. One lady likes licking fur. Another person likes wearing fur.
Yeah.
this Japanese man spent $16,000 to become a dog, and he shares a video of his first public walk. Now, just looking at clearly it's a suit of some kind, but when I did first see this, I looked at this, I was like, man, I mean, he pulls it off.
I know for a brief second because all I saw was an image when I first saw this, and I was just like, "Good God, the surgeon kind of nailed it." I thought like he literally got like just like, "Oh yeah, canine surgery." You ever heard of that? But
I mean, he's passing. He's dog passing.
Yeah, being a furry was not enough. He needed to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is so strange. The man known only by his canine moniker Toko. Sometimes I think they write these articles just for me. Can be seen interacting with people and other dogs in the 5-minute video, which is posted on his YouTube channel last Friday. A dog has a YouTube channel? He said, thankfully, I received permission to use the videos, so I'm releasing them to the public. On the day of the interview, they were very kind to me, Toko wrote in the description. See, this is where you're not doing your transition right. You need to learn. Dogs don't write things on the internet.
Well, I was going to say, are they translating this? Is he just barking this whole time?
Yeah.
Is there an interpreter that was able to write this out? Yahoo brought in one of their specialists.
Such a better article if it just said, bark, 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 Toko wrote in the description. Yeah. Angry growl. Oh, my God.
Panting.
All right, let's see this video here. Okay. Too loud, and let's bring the quality down because it's gonna just be super choppy. All right, here we go. Okay, I guess I should read some of these captions since they're popping up here. The name was Toko. I became a collie, fulfilling a dream I had since I was a little child to be an animal. Ooh, a little flip there, a little rollover action. Now, I think this is a pretty successful transformation because I'm sorry, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't see Japanese guy anymore. I just see dog.
Only $16,000.
Only $16,000, and that's where I'm a little confused too. Was there any kind of surgery involved in this, or is this just a really realistic suit that he spent $16,000?
Yeah, that's what when I first heard about this, I was confused. I was like, $16,000.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's a dog now, so we can't ask him.
Yeah, we got to get a dog translator in here. That's next episode's guest.
I'd like to have $16,000 to spend frivolously.
Yeah, what's his occupation besides the YouTube channel? That's what I want to know.
As of this point, probably nothing. That YouTube channel probably has millions now. This is all you got to do is like, I'm a dog now, and everyone clicks on it.
Yeah, he's just like literally like rolling in dough. Like he's just like, this is the best investment ever. I had $16,000 down payment, and now I'm making six figures. And you're like, good Lord.
He's got like one of those giant money pallets like Walter White.
Yeah.
Just like a back room of his house.
This episode's sponsored by Begging Strips.
Yeah,
I love them. Rough.
he's just got gigantic versions of dog toys in his house. Like it's just like a bone that's like the size of like a park bench, and he's just like
that's his couch.
Yeah, his entire home is just like a big dog house.
Welcome to the dog house, baby. I call it that because I'm a dog. Ruff, ruff.
Yeah.
That's wild. Now, does he have an owner? Does he have like somebody? It looked like there was a lady taking him to the park. What if she puts him in a dog fight next week? And he's fighting dogs.
Well, and that's what I'm curious is what is the like? He said I've always wanted to be one since I was a child, but like to what end?
Yeah.
Like, do you have an owner? Are you like pissing on fire hydrants? Like, are you looking for another partner who also dresses as a dog, and you can have like true doggy style sex?
Ooh.
I feel like you could piss on fire hydrants without having to dress like a dog.
Oh, absolutely.
I do that all the time, but
oh, hey guy, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take myself outside.
oh my God. He even says, if you like it, please subscribe to my channel, like and comment. This could just be publicity. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Everything nowadays is just for clout and clicks, and that's really it.
Everything is for attention.
Yeah. Let's see. As soon as she realizes there's a man in there, she's like, get away from me.
Right? How many people don't know? Because, I mean, it is very, like, realistic.
Yeah, it is. It is very realistic.
Do the eyes blink, though?
That they look like dark holes where
I know,
like
that's
what's real creepy about
Does
it.
the mouth open at all?
Ooh, I haven't seen that either.
That?
Yeah. Does he like drool realistically like a dog?
Yeah.
I'm no expert.
I don't speak collie.
Yeah, cool, Bobby. Thank you.
See, it's not as impressive when you know it's a guy doing it. Like Shake, it's like, yeah, that's easy for
Because he
grown man.
understands English.
Yeah, it's really sweet when a dog does it. It's like, oh, we're communicating across species.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Are you good?
Let's see. I collected some of those videos, especially the scenes where I met a real dog. I would like to see another dog's reaction to this fake dog. And even the walking is a little weird. It's like...
Oh, there's another little dog.
Oh, here's another little dog. See, even that dog's like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
That little dog goes, what the fuck is that thing?
It'd be funny if it knows that's a dude in a dog costume.
Like immediately.
Like a little under 20K. That's a dog costume right there.
No, I'm sure the dog notices immediately because it doesn't give up. You can't, like, a human can't produce dog pheromones.
Yeah.
It's true.
Unless
It's
they
true.
just coated the suit in
It's a
dog
trap, but
pheromones.
it just runs away. Oh, not again. I've seen this before.
Wow. Interesting.
I hope that this is an elaborate plot to get out of paying taxes, because if so, I'm identifying as this tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see his financial statements. I want to see, what does he put on his taxes? Content creator. That's
He puts good
Yeah.
boy.
good boy.
Wait, he just got down and started growling at the other dogs, like intimidating them, trying to start a dog fight.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's crazy.
Is there more in this article?
Yeah, let's see. The other dogs are like, that's got to be 16,000 because mine's 24,000. It's like other people in dog costumes going up to him. Okay, so it's definitely a costume. Toko rose to global fame last year after commissioning model and sculpture company Zeppet to create the costume for him. The whole thing cost him 2 million yen, or around $15,700 at the time. Wow, that's really crazy. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, that's more money than I've ever had at one time.
Yeah, no, I remember at one point where that was about half a year's salary right there.
Yep.
Just like
Totally.
dog costume.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, would you put a down payment on a house?
This is
Yes.
this is dog privilege, is what it is.
Yeah.
This amount of money.
Now has
Only a dog can make that much money.
31,000 subscribers.
That's crazy. I should go fucking petition. I should fucking strike at my job and be like, they got dogs out here making more money than me.
They got dog costume money.
I'm paid less than a goddamn dog. Even with friends, Toko remains careful. I rarely tell my friends because I'm afraid they will think I am weird.
Wait, no, it says adamant about not revealing his identity, particularly with coworkers. I don't want my hobbies to be known, especially by the people I work with. Okay, so he does have another job.
Okay, yes, that's true.
So is he like? This is like, he's got a whole secret identity.
So this is on the side. This isn't the full-time doggy gig.
No, he's only doggy part time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an expensive hobby.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
His job, though, he doesn't mention here, is he is a service dog.
He's a what is it? The
Emotional support animal.
the bomb sniffing. Dog.
Yeah, he's a bomb sniffer. He's like a police canine.
Oh shit! Get out of here! Get out of here! They're like, oh my god!
He doesn't bark or anything, just uses his words.
Yeah.
He goes, that's a bomb. That's marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Are you guys gonna use that?
Wow. His latest video has drawn many positive reactions, but some, likely those watching him for the first time, remain shocked at his appearance and antics. Now, this is a unique surprise. I never thought you would go into the public, one YouTube user commented. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm
That's
glad
gotta
you
be
had fun at the park.
That's got to be one of the most positive YouTube comments ever. Because the next one is more accurate. This is the most bizarre and insane thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
That's a YouTube comment right there.
That's
Another one here. This is
that's a
the
rational
weirdest thing.
take.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. All those people laughing and acting like it's a dog doing tricks. No, it's a weirdo in a dog costume. Stop it.
Logical.
Oh, here we go. Meanwhile, one fan urged others to open their minds. All right, I'm done with everyone talking crap in the comment section. This is my favorite type of comment.
Not with a rant. Yeah.
Not understanding one man's dream is a thing. Despising him because you find his dream weird is another. This is his dream, to be a dog.
Yeah. What if his dream was to touch children? Would they be saying the same thing?
Right.
Yes. This is the internet, Lauren. Of course they would.
Yeah.
I forget where I am.
I just saw today actually this it was on the Chat GPT subreddit where people will share what they searched on Chat GPT or whatever. And so they asked Chat GPT, is it wrong to be a pedophile? They asked Chat GPT a moral question, which Chat GPT can't really deal with morality very well because it's a fucking robot, right? So they basically goaded it into saying no, nothing wrong with it or whatever. And out of context and a weird screenshot. Working. But then everyone just starts fighting about it. Everyone's just like, wow, ChatGPT really doesn't think pedos are bad. It's I don't think ChatGPT doesn't think. It's just a robot. What's the what are we arguing about here? And then other people are like, well, actually it is a mental disorder, so it's not we can't say it's a bad thing to be a pedophile. God.
When I've heard that argument, they're just look, they just identify as,
as a pedophile.
Look, we can't control our kinks. It's well, to some degree. I think we can.
When the kink is against the law and hurts children, I guess maybe we should try a little.
So I want to read this next section of this comment because this is epitome of YouTube commenting. Come on, let the guy enjoy his life to the fullest. Let him achieve his dream the only way he can.
Let her lick the cats.
Yeah. We don't all have normies' dreams, and some of our dreams are not attainable.
We're fucking cool. We're not like you fucking normies who don't want to be animals. You don't want to lick cats. You don't want to become a dog. You're normies.
Yeah, what are you dreaming about? Retirement? Children?
My dream is to roll over in the street back and forth for random people passing by.
I just want to be a good boy.
I also let the guy enjoy his life to its fullest. It's commenting on his video isn't preventing him from doing that. He could do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
Now, will he be allowed to compete in agility and obedience competitions? That is the question.
Well, that's the thing is this video is probably going to spawn that many more people who, if they haven't already done this, are probably going to do it. And then if so, it'll trickle eventually into a contest. And there'll be controversy over steroid use.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that collie had marijuana in their system, so they're disqualified from the obedience competition.
Yeah.
Look at that impeccable form.
Oh, that one's humping. Oh, that one's well, we don't want that. Oh.
In those dog shows when the judges, they come by and they have to feel all around the dog's haunches to see if it's anatomically correct, and the guy just grabs this guy's junk and it's does another feel.
Wait. Hang on. Now turn. Cough. Oh no, that's a hairball. Actually, cough.
We don't all have normies' dreams. I love that. And some of our dreams are not attainable. You can say that again. He managed to go halfway through one of them, and this is great. So, yeah, I support Toko through his journey as a human dog.
To be the best collie he can be.
If the world were more open-minded, we wouldn't be afraid to be ourselves when it doesn't hurt anyone. I just want to say, anybody leaving YouTube comments going that's weird does not hinder this person from doing whatever the fuck they want to do and living their life. What you have to understand that when you do something insane, other people might go, I think that's insane, and they have the right to think that it's insane, and you have the right to not think it's insane. We all can live our lives however we want. Some of it, I'm a human, you're a human dog.
See,
it's okay.
A lot of people forget the rest of the Martin Luther King quote, which is, I have a dream that humans could be dogs or lick their cats if they want to.
Yeah. I think anybody who says this doesn't hurt anyone doesn't work in the sweatshop that manufactures the dog suits.
Yeah, someone's just like, what'd you work on today? $16,000 dog suit. I made 16 cents.
I earned enough money to buy a bowl of rice.
Yeah.
Work was rough today. I had to measure a man. Measure a man for a suit I'm building. A dog suit.
Yeah, I am curious what he does when he's not in the suit, though.
Me too, but we'll never know because he hides his real identity and only puts Toko out in the public.
So
I feel like I only really know Toko, but I don't know you.
So the real question is, when does he get his movie? Like his like lifetime inspirational movie.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's out tomorrow.
And then I hope all the dog actors in Hollywood go on strike over it.
There's not enough human dog representation in Hollywood.
Yeah, no, it's very similar to the Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa controversy that's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Where little people are like, hey, he's taking like our job, and like
Yeah.
all the dogs are like, ruff, 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 ruff.
Oh man, that is crazy that they're like, yeah, I don't want to put like a little person in a movie because it's just kind of, we shouldn't really let's pretend they don't exist and hire Hugh Grant instead.
Because clearly he needs the work.
That's progress. Is anything that makes me uncomfortable, let's pretend it doesn't exist.
Well,
and keep going.
Speaking of a normal sized person being a little person, it makes me. Have you guys seen the movie Tiptoes?
No.
Mm-mm.
You haven't heard of this
No.
movie? We may
pull
have
up
to.
a
We
trailer?
may have to watch the trailer. Maybe this is something I'll bring to the podcast. There's a movie where Gary Oldman
Okay.
plays a little person.
Ooh.
Which, apologize for the phrasing. I didn't mean to say normal sized person, but like someone who is not a little person had to act as a little person. So yeah, this is it.
This is it?
This is from 2003. It has Matthew McConaughey, Peter Dinklage, Kate Beckinsale. It's got like a stacked cast.
Holy shit.
Wait, they had Peter Dinklage and they didn't
Yep.
cast him.
He was the like
He was literally right there.
yeah, he was like the second main character of the little people actors, because like there's tons of little people in the movie.
Yeah.
but Gary Oldman.
But they were like, you just don't capture quite as well as Gary Oldman does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the great thing about this movie is you could tell that they were like going for like awards. Like it's like a drama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. But yeah, let's see this
Cool.
trailer.
Husband's life together was perfect.
I've got to get going.
Right this second. Hey, baby.
Hey, sweetie. Mwah. I love you.
There's one small problem.
Hi, I'm Ross. I'm his brother. We're twins.
Are your parents,
There's one small problem.
He has a twin little person.
Yeah, they're twins. Matthew
yeah.
McConaughey and Gary Oldman are supposed to be twins in this movie.
Was this inspired by the Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger film?
Yeah, this is the dramatic take of the movie Twins.
Matthew McConaughey had a perfect life. He fucked his wife constantly. He
Yeah.
had constant sex with his girlfriend. But little did she know, his twin was little.
Yeah.
But his dick was not.
It can tear them apart
I think you could have let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, Carol. They're dwarfs.
Whatever.
or bring them together.
Everyone in his
Good.
family? What is this reality? What the fuck? The only tall person in his family?
But yeah, I like so. Remember that line, because they may not show it in the trailer, but I'm gonna bring up a plot point in this movie that is hilarious when it comes to that. But like him being the correct term is dwarves.
Oh my god.
Hey, welcome. I'm Steven.
Ah, there you are. This is Steven's father, Bruno, and his mom, Kathleen. And over behind the bar is Steven's brother, Rob.
You could have prepared us for this, don't you think?
If you embarrass me, I'll never speak to you again, so just get it together.
How's everybody drink?
I think maybe I'm pregnant.
When the going gets
The music changed. But I like how the mom's like, "You could have warned us."
Yeah, you could have let us know. I can just walk in here and look at that thing now.
Look, you didn't tell me if they were vaccinated or not. Like that. Like it was that kind of a reaction.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, they're short.
What the fuck?
What am I supposed to do?
She walked.
Tilt my head down when I'm speaking to them? Like, come on. Like, what an inconvenience to them.
She walks in and goes, "Oh, I didn't know." Oh,
Yeah. No one warned me. I'm not crazy.
yeah.
I just prefer to know the heights of the people I'm about to meet.
That's not crazy. Oh man.
only the size of
Now is
your
it called Tiptoes because he stands on his tiptoes to give a hug or something like that?
we got to get to the trailer because once you hear the actual like what happens, it'll blow your mind even more than the trailer does.
I'm guessing she gets pregnant with a dwarf. But let's find out.
Would it really be that big of a deal if our kid was a dwarf?
You knocked up this great girl, and you didn't tell her that her baby's probably gonna be little. I'm not like you.
Peter Dinklage.
Oh my God! Was that line literally? You got her pregnant with a little one. You didn't tell her we're gonna be little.
Yeah,
he went a little Jeff Foxworthy.
He really
there.
did. He did
looks like
he
Jeff
does look like Jeff Foxworthy too.
So yeah, he just goes into like the prosthetic like hair fashion department. So like, do you guys know Jeff Foxworthy? Like, yeah. He's like, so I want to be the little version of Jeff Foxworthy.
Think Jeff Foxworthy, but shorter.
Yeah.
If your husband's the only tall one in a family of dwarves, your baby might be a dwarf.
Oh my God, you might be a little version. Don't say midget.
God.
Don't say midget. They don't like that.
If you can't reach the cereal on the top of the fridge, you might be a midget.
Look, hey, and just so you kids know, you can't say midget. That's like their N-word. Oh, and Patricia Arquette, she's also in this movie. It is just like, but yeah, Peter Dinklage.
Does Peter Dinklage play a dwarf?
Actually, he plays Gary Oldman, the person. In this universe, Gary Oldman is an actor.
What?
No, not really.
I was like, now I'm confused.
Yeah, no. Now I'm doing a bit that's so ridiculous. They're like, this could be in the movie.
I 100% believed it too. I was like, at this point, yeah, they would do that.
Because we're a minute into this 2-minute trailer, and every time you think
I know
it's gonna I don't know, someone's gonna come out and be like, just kidding, this is not a real movie. It's like, nope, this was out there.
Oh boy.
Against us.
He said these parties got a little wild. I never expected this. There's sure a lot of midgets around here.
Better back off, Goldie Hawn. My man can do what he wants to do.
I'm ready for an adult relationship.
What is this man doing in your bedroom?
I'm lost on what's happening. So they go to a midget party. What's happening? Someone sleeps with someone.
Yeah, there's clearly. It's like have you seen the show Friends, where like everyone's fucking each other? It's just that, but with little people.
It's little friends,
little buddies.
A walk down the aisle.
Steven's he's a very lucky guy. I just hope he's
Jewish. Just want to point that out.
Oh, because they stepped on the glass. Yeah.
He's wearing a yarmulke too.
Hey, maybe that's why they're so little.
Rough patches, no doubt about it.
Me around your family is like
is this guy with his family.
Yeah, it really is. That is what I look like around your family. Is me with a family of dwarves.
No, 100%.
I took a picture. We took her folks have been in town for a while, and they took a picture with all of us, and I didn't have to like duck down or anything. I didn't have to like nobody had to move out of the way. I'm just in the back because
and you can still see
me over
Yeah. And Langley Productions proudly present command performances from Kate Beckinsale, Matthew McConaughey, Patricia Arquette, and in the
now
role
was
of
this Kate Beckinsale's? Sorry.
Go back a second.
Sorry.
The narration for when they announced Gary Oldman, you could tell they're going for an Oscar.
Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime.
In the role of a lifetime. Yeah, because it should have killed his career.
In the role of a lifetime, the one I've never heard of by Gary Oldman. Oh my God.
So I think that we have a fun game we can do because I'm the only one who's obviously seen this movie.
Yes.
I want you guys to guess what happens.
Okay, so I think that she gets pregnant with his baby. It does end up becoming a dwarf, and her family has to accept dwarves into their lives because they seem very judgmental about dwarves.
Okay,
I disagree.
Lauren?
I think there's a plot twist, and the baby actually has gigantism, and it keeps growing.
It's like, who's the dwarves now?
Yeah, it's actually an Andre the Giant origin story.
And it looks down at the parents with disgust because they're too little for him. And I think it's like a mashup of this and then Honey, I Blew Up the Baby.
That sounds like a fun movie. Yeah. So what actually happened, spoilers for all those who are like, I gotta watch Tiptoes. I would love if your fan base, they all just went to watch this and there's like the spike on like Amazon Prime. Like, wow, a lot of people are renting Tiptoes.
Wow, 15 people.
Let's 20 years later, let's do a sequel. Get Gary on the phone. But yeah, no, so so yes, she does give birth to a baby who is a dwarf. Mm-hmm. And remember when Matthew McConaughey was like, "Hey, they're dwarves. They're not midgets."
Oh yeah.
Well, he gets so upset by this, he leaves Kate Beckinsale and the baby.
What?
And then she falls for the brother Gary Oldman.
What?
And the end is like them like a happy little family, no pun intended. But so the guy,
and he's like, Matthew McConaughey just leaves,
just up and left his kid and his wife, and it just blew my mind because he's the one who grew up with like. I'm not saying that like, oh, it makes sense for her to leave.
Yeah.
But like he's the one with a little person twin brother and parents and like cousins and so forth. And he's the one that's like, I can't deal with this.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then the fact that
and so he just never returns for any family functions.
Nope. And it just ends the quote unquote happy ending is that she falls for Gary Oldman and they fall for one another.
The role of a lifetime.
It was mind-boggling.
The moral of the story: when shit hits the fan, abandon your family.
That's actually like a dark ending.
It really was
kind of like fucked up.
I was just like, what's the lesson here?
Yeah.
Because like I said, what you said about like maybe her and her family being accepting, that's like I don't want to say a home run as in good, but like a home run as in just basic arc character development. But the fact that the one that's like grew up in this environment being surrounded by little people, it's like, oh, I gave birth to one. All right, that's one too many. Like, I'm out.
He has like the opposite of character development. It's like
right.
He goes backwards.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a movie that exists.
That's fantastic. I hope that at some point this ends up at one of your shows. I would actually love to go see this.
Yeah, but also, so the crazy thing is, like you guys saw, Peter Dinklage is in this.
Yes,
and he, I think, because wasn't it years later he came out and said how he wasn't super thrilled with like his role in Elf. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, but he defends this movie, which is the most ironic thing ever. That he's like, well, I know I played like an elf as a bit in like the movie Elf, but have you seen the one where Gary Oldman plays a little person? Like that one, I think you guys should stop talking shit about. It's like, what? Why would you defend this movie over the Elf appearance?
I think it's just a testament to Gary Oldman's acting abilities. Like really, he just blows it out of the park.
That's so strange because, okay, from what I've heard recently is that Peter Dinklage has been outspoken that he agrees that they shouldn't be, they shouldn't include any dwarves in the new Willy Wonka or in any of the new. And
well, that's just because he hates magic.
But but also his role in Elf, it's weird for him to be against that because the character in that movie wasn't he? He's not an elf at all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no,
and
they
keep calling him an elf, and he's the one going like, "Don't fucking call me that," and like, and
he's
then
like
he gets
a
pissed.
CEO or something,
and then he like kicks his ass.
Yeah,
he's like, which I'm like, okay, that seems like a cool subversive role.
Maybe.
So what I'm learning though is that he does not want other dwarves to have roles. Like he looks back. That's why he's totally fine with this movie. I'm fine when I play one. I don't want you to play one.
Yeah, but like it just I can't remember the exact quote of an interview when he was defending this movie.
Yeah,
because I think it was one of those things that came up when he started like really blowing up after like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I think someone was just like, so you acted in that? He's like, oh yeah, well I think it was a fun and da da da. It's like what what are you talking about, Peter? Like you give some of the greatest like monologues that have ever been on like a dramatic television show, yet you're over here like, I don't know, Gary Oldman. He gets it. He he walked a mile in our little shoes.
Wow, that does look insane. I think we got to watch that at some point. What was that called? Midget the movie? They did. I've never seen a movie trailer use the word midget like 5 times.
Right?
Like at the beginning of the trailer, and then like shame the character using it, and then continue to use it for the rest of the trailer too. Oh, so now we're at a midget party, huh?
But I love if like, okay, if I were to just describe the plot of that movie and not say who was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you would probably like, oh, is that some like terrible like indie movie with like no name people? It's like, nope.
No, there's
people who have been nominated for multiple awards and are like that's like 3 or 4 like leading actors like Gary Oldman, Matthew McConaughey, Kate Beckinsale, Peter Dinklage, Patricia Arquette. They all were like, oh, that's the script? Oh, yeah, okay. I've done worse.
I might have to watch this just for how often it looks like Kate Beckinsale's naked in this one.
A very attractive cast.
Yeah. It really starts off with like looking like a porno. It really, like begins with like his life was great. He fucked all the time.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me your family are little people? Why didn't you warn me?
I needed a warning.
Yeah. Now, like if you guys ever invite me to dinner, I'm just gonna be like, all right. So if I'm coming to dinner, are there gonna be any little people?
Well, yes, if my family's coming.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to know. I just want to be warned.
We're never inviting you to dinner. No, I'm just joking.
Because I'm so ignorant of
it. You watch this movie, you piece of shit.
No, we'll let you know up front that there will be little people there, but then we go, surprise, they're all Jewish.
You didn't tell me any of them would be Jewish.
Yeah. God.
Oh, man. Well, before we move on, I think we'll wrap up with one more thing here. We got a good Reddit story here. But before I do that, I do want to quickly plug, if you're listening to this, this will come out not next week, but the following week, which means that if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, tomorrow, August 15th, Tuesday, I am hosting a comedy showcase at the Lincoln Lodge. It's called Stripeline Comedy Showcase. Byron, who's been on the show many times, are hosting a showcase of hilarious comedians. Come out if you are a fan of the podcast and you live in Chicago, please come check out a really, really fun showcase of comedians. Yeah, it's on a Tuesday, but you can inject your week with a little bit of ha-has, and it's a fun way to laugh in the middle of the work week. Tickets can be found at thelincolnlodge.com, so go grab those. That is Tuesday, August 15th, Stripeline Comedy Showcase.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey there, folks. I just want to take a quick moment to talk to you about something that Lauren and I are very, very excited about. We are finally releasing our Patreon. That's right. Crass Wipes are about to get an extra bonus episode of Working Crass Podcast every single week. Not just that, a whole lot more bonus content that you're going to really love. But to celebrate the release of our Patreon, we are throwing a release party, and you're invited. That's right. We're going to live stream our release party exclusively on YouTube on Saturday, August 26th at 8 p.m. Central Time. This will not be a normal episode of Working Crass Podcast. You're not going to find it on your podcast apps. This is a special live stream event that you do not want to miss. We got special guests, we have music, we have comedy, and a whole lot more surprises. So don't miss out. You don't want to miss out on this event. Saturday, August 26th, 8 p.m. Central, over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@workingcrasspod. We will see you there. Be ready to party. All right, back to the episode. Let's go ahead and read this one. I just saw the title and I thought this was hilarious. This is from Our Confessions, where people get those nasty secrets off their chest. This person says, "Coworker just saw my boner poking through my jeans." So basically, I'm sexually attracted to my coworker, but I never acted on it. I keep things professional and don't flirt or treat her any differently than my other coworkers. She's about 15 years older than me,
nice.
but she can make me laugh, and we have similar personalities. I also think she's very sexy and takes care of herself. I also can tell she flirts with me a lot and will give compliments.
Wait, I like the phrase, like, I could tell. As if like to prove it to other people. No, I could tell when people are flirting. I'm not crazy.
It's like it kind of implies there's a little doubt in his mind. And he's like,
that's what the phrasing.
I could tell she flirts with me a lot. Well, we had to walk out to the warehouse together to go over some inventory, and she was walking ahead of me through the aisle. I couldn't help but look her up and down, and she was wearing a very hot and tight outfit. I keep things professional and don't flirt or treat her any differently than my other coworkers, but I'm heavily sexually attracted to her, and I love to look at her, and I want to fuck her so bad.
Yeah.
I was trying to contain myself, but I just got so hard. I tried to put something over my crotch area to hide it and stand a little different, but I had to move my hands to grab more stuff. I could tell she looked down for a couple seconds and looked up at me with a little smile, like she knew what that bulge was. Not a word was said about it, and then someone else started to approach, and my boner went away instantly. My other coworker, who's super ugly, started walking up. I just think she's so hot, and I haven't had sex in a little while. I'm never going to act on it.
Which I could tell if I've had it or not.
As far as I can tell, I haven't had sex in a little while. I'm never going to act on it, but damn, I feel there's a strong sexual attraction between us that makes it difficult to focus. Lauren, have you ever had this problem at work?
Not where I've worked.
Good, because not where I've worked either, I'll be honest with you. We just watched. We were hanging out with our friend Sherry, and we were going. We were just talking about like coworkers and stuff, and I was going through one of the most recent award shows and like just kind of showing some of the coworkers, and we determined we were like, "Wow, Josh, you might be the most attractive person here." Because Jesus, you work with some wacky looking people.
We did ask you, do you work in the sewers?
And our friend Cherry, she apparently works with like very attractive men. That's all she talks about or not all she talks about, but she has brought up several times that like there's a bunch of attractive guys at her work. She's like, would you like to, I could look for an opening at my job. I was like, are you kidding me? Where I would be like a zero?
You're like, I'm a big fish in a small pond, baby.
Exactly. I'm staying right where I am amongst the freaks.
I'm the Matthew McConaughey walking around a bunch of little people, baby.
I'm like the only tall guy in a family of dwarves. They're not midgets. They're customer service representatives.
Well, I was going to say, because your job is on the phone.
Yeah.
Customers don't have to see what you guys look like.
That's correct. And thank God. Oh, man.
If customer service was switched to Zoom, I think you'd have some different employees.
Our customers would be like, hang up immediately.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was gonna say, are we seeing any of these comments?
Oh yeah, we got to see what people say. So this person says, I normally don't date where I work because of potential HR issues. Is she on a different team than you? Is she in any way potential supervisor, or you in any way her supervisor? If the answer to those questions, if the answer to those answers is no, sometimes the people that write on Reddit, if these answer to these questions is no, maybe say that you're going to be at a certain place on Friday night and see if she shows up. Yeah, this right here is literally the best approach you can make. I love fucking people on Reddit.
Oh,
yeah,
I can tell.
I can tell this is a good idea, dude. Next one. Would women actually do that? This is the worst. I love it. Just a bunch of like dudes that are like, yeah, so I agree. I haven't had sex in a long time either, but maybe you could tell her you're going to be at a certain place on Friday night and see if she shows up. Yeah, no, that would totally work, actually.
In his whole explanation of the story about how like, oh, she saw my boner and she smiled, it's like, does he not realize that like smiling can mean multiple things?
It could mean I'm severely uncomfortable.
It could mean like, like embarrassment, uncomfortable, laughing at the size.
Yes.
He never said the size of the bulge. He just said there was a bulge.
She could have smiled because she's like, that's pathetic.
Yeah, that's some customer care representative dick right there.
And we're for sure that she saw it. Like we're sure that she saw it and she wasn't just smiling because she was having a good day.
I can't tell from his description, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, and it goes to what you wonder how much of this was just in his head, like just the assumptions and like, yeah, is she like because doesn't he say that she flirts with me or what he says? I could tell she flirts with me and gives compliments. It's like, yeah, but is she saying like, oh, it's a nice shirt? You know, that's different between like, oh, did you work out those arms? Like,
yeah,
that, like
happy payday Friday, and he's like, she's totally hitting on me.
Yeah, she knows I get paid.
She totally wants me.
She thinks about my paycheck.
Oh my God, she wants to make a deposit. Wow. Don't want to see you post in a couple months on that other subreddit. I missed an opportunity. So if you don't go for it, bro, I don't know what the fuck.
It was pronounced bruh.
Bruh. Sorry.
You gotta be phonetically correct with the bruh usage.
Oh, so everyone's kind of telling to like go for this guy. You need to learn to tuck it. If I could tuck my big junk, you can too.
Of course, he can't just say you got to learn to tuck it. He's got to say like, if I could tuck my big junk.
Please read the user's username.
The username is Transstar Dick Tucker.
Jesus.
I'm not just a dick tucker. I'm a star dick tucker.
It kills me how like, you know, when you get certain like usernames for websites, it'll just check if someone else has it.
Yes.
It's never like, you shouldn't have that. Like it's like, oh, actually that one's already taken. You're gonna have to be like 22, Transstar Dick Tucker. Like 22.
Yeah, no, they snatched this one up right away.
He's like, oh, it's totally available. All right, I got that green check mark.
I love the humble brag. If I could tuck my big, humongous junk, you can too.
Yeah.
If I can tuck my sweet hog.
So this reminded me. I've worked with someone in the past. So Joshua, you're probably familiar with this, but like, there's times where people with big junk have to adjust themselves.
I'm already familiar.
He's part of the community.
I lead a group. That like you have to like do some like readjusting. And so like there was this person I worked with, not where we worked, but where he would do like what I like to call like a nut dip, like in front of people, just like the little adjustment.
Yes, I know exactly.
The little like
it's almost like a plie, like a ballet plie.
And I was like, God, was he not taught any of the like the strategies? Like there's the I'm stretching, like the
yes, that's good.
Like I just, it makes me think of that guy. He needed to learn some serious like readjusting techniques because there's a lot out there.
At work, I just shove my hand down my pants, just adjust,
just jiggle it around like that's better. Where's the hand sanitizer?
And then I comment on subreddits. I'm like, if I can adjust and tuck my big old flappy giant junk, you can too.
Yeah. Nut up, pussy. Like that's what would be the next sentence.
Nut up, pussy. That's great. This isn't a fantasy sub, as somebody says, but it can be. If you don't value this job or can get another one just as easily, I say go for it. I love this. It's like, hey, yeah, you might lose your job, but you got to take this opportunity, dude.
Hitting you
she
in the
totally.
face.
So many of these guys are like, she totally wants you, dude.
Yeah. Dude, she's asking for it, bro. Wait, you can tell she's flirting?
Yeah.
If you can tell, you're in. You're in.
She smiled. What?
She gave you a boner, dude. That means you go for it.
She's probably wet looking at that boner, bro.
Everyone knows the rules. If she gives you a boner, it's fair game.
Yeah.
Here, what you should do is you should take a picture of it and set it as her workplace desktop background.
Look, if she didn't want to give you a boner, she wouldn't wear those outfits, bro.
It just progressively worse and worse advice.
She knows what she's doing.
Dude, find out where she lives. The first sensible person, don't shit where you eat. Don't get your honey where you get your money. Don't dip your pen in the
I like that
company
phrasing better.
Me too. I like it because it rhymes.
Don't dip your pen in the company ink.
That's a good one.
Wait,
don't whorehouse in your warehouse. And then this person goes, I hate that I just typed that because of lame connotations of my absolute regard for sex work. It's really...
that was a roller coaster. We need to read that all again.
That specific comment is like they start with don't whorehouse in your warehouse, and then they go, I hate that I just typed that because of lame connotations and my absolute regard for sex work. It's real work, but it just fit in there so good. This is our podcast to a T. Is I'll say something and then I constantly go, well, I don't actually mean that, but I just
sex work is work. It's just like, wait, sex work? No, it's like
I know. No one knows brought it up at all. It's because he said whorehouse, and he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said whorehouse. That's mean.
Oh, I think he was more upset about warehouse.
I just thought he thought his joke was lame, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But then, like, just double down.
Oh, man.
What else we got here? Wait, we just grab it, rip it, and do it. Just grab it, rip it, and do it.
This is exactly what we were sarcastically saying. Dude, she smiled at your boner. Fucking ask her out, you weenie. I do like, if this is fake, don't do it. If this is fake, do it. Oh, I'm sorry. If this isn't fake, don't do it. If this is fake, do it. But that doesn't make if you're lying about this, okay, I see. No, I still don't understand.
You're looking for logic on Reddit.
I am. I really am.
You're like, I want to know what he was going for with this one.
Brain is breaking.
You like DM this person, like, what did you mean by this?
Captain Wellington, what did you mean?
Captain Wellington the third. First two were his parents, his dad and grandpa.
Can't figure out what you heckin' are saying here, dude. Oh my God. If she's single, ask her to go out for a drink after work or something. Just casual to get to see her personality outside of work. Try not to be all boned up right away if she says okay. That's good advice for this guy. Try not to immediately get all boned up.
Wait,
they just need that sentence alone. It's just like, hey, dude, try not to get all boned up all the time.
Can I read this next one?
Yes.
I don't know where you come from.
Yeah.
But in my country, there's little to no workplace romance restrictions. In fact, I've never worked in a company, parentheses, larger corporations, where at least some colleagues hooked up. So if you don't have work-related restrictions, I say go for it.
That's another roller coaster. I'm like, I thought you were going to say no here.
But you could just guess his political affiliations. Like, I don't know where you come from. But in my country, I can tell.
You can't do it without starting to go a little southern too.
I don't know where you come from.
But in my country.
That beginning got me so much. I don't know where you come from.
I bet she initiates the first move. If so, I say go for it. Was the first move the smile? Anyway.
I say wait for her in a darkened parking lot.
Yeah, if she's there, then she's asking for it.
I say first you become her boss. Wait until you're in the middle of an important meeting. If you get a boner, you know it's right.
You should. Do you guys ever leave comments as the podcast?
We should. I really should. I have thought about this a lot. Making a working Crass podcast like account and starting to leave comments here.
Okay, well, yeah, I would love to because I want to like follow up with this person. Be like, did you do it yet, bro?
You know, so often things like this that I'll save will go to it on the podcast and it's been deleted. Like everything I save always turns out to be deleted because they put it out there, they get a response, and they're like, I'm deleting that and my whole account immediately.
I'm running for the hills.
Oh man.
Wait, so what's this person's handle? Throw it away now, 2009?
Throw it away now, 2009. Everyone's like, I got a boner at the mall. I got a boner. I got a boner at church. No, only one other thing. They commented on something in Fidelity Investments. Okay, but he did respond to someone's comment here. Somebody goes, it's all about the context clues, my man. If your coworker goes out of their way to interact with you and says something like that, there's a good chance that they're hinting at something. At the very least, you should reply how you don't have any plans and that their plans sound fun. Give them the opening to invite you, and I bet they will. Oh, and their username is coworker. So he goes, OMG, your username, LOL. I didn't realize this post was going to blow up. Maybe I should do this recommendation and see what happens, ...
It'd be hilarious if the coworker was the woman.
Well, that's the woman.
He sent her the post, be like, I saw this post.
Isn't that wild?
I could tell it was something you'd be interested in.
She's like, why? Because you got a boner that I obviously saw.
Yeah. And I smiled because I can't control my face always.
Because I saw how small your little wiener was at work. Oh, man.
Good Lord.
Well, folks, if you're out there listening and getting boners at work.
Yeah. Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. The boner is a sign that she wants you.
If you can tell they're flirting.
A lot of people don't know that your penis actually reacts to how other people feel about you. If you're getting hard, they like you 100%.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. She gave you that boner, did she not?
She works out. She wears hot, tight outfits to the warehouse. Bring her to your whorehouse, bro.
But I'm sorry for saying whorehouse. I don't mean to. I regret that immediately.
Sex work is work. My cousin's a sex worker.
But it was the right comment to make. Like you did, like ended up with like. But I do think it is pretty funny that I commented.
Yeah. I like to financially support sex workers. Yeah. It becomes like as if it's like giving to a charity. Like I like to support them, them and their endeavors. But sometimes when you click on licking pussy, it's actually a woman licking cats and false advertising.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Well, we always wrap up every episode here saying what we learned in the episode. So, and I've learned so much today. Lauren, you want to start what you learned?
I've learned that if you get a boner at work, here's what I think you should do. I think you should...
We're both like, we're listening.
I did like just immediately.
I think you should go, oh, no, that's not what you think it is. It's my brother, and he happens to be a little person, and he hides in my pants.
I just keep him there for safekeeping.
You never told me your brother's a boner. They're called dwarfs.
You could have warned me.
Could have warned me that your whole family's a bunch of boners.
We're just so different. You come from a family of boners, and I come from a family of big hog tuckers. It'll never work.
Tuck that big junk if you got it.
In this family, we tuck.
I don't know what country you're from, but in mine, we tuck.
We took a big old.
Have you heard of manners? There's a time and a place to show a lady your boner.
And it's in the office.
Yeah. She's going to wear those outfits.
Well, Brandon, what did you learn today?
What I learned today is that when I stopped working at my previous job, apparently I went from the sexiest to now you're the sexiest. No, but what I learned
there is an award.
What I learned is I want whatever job Toko has in real life because he's got fake dog costume money. 16 G's to just drop.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I want to find out what he does for a living. Getting that. It's probably tech.
Yeah. Probably tech in some form. Or, he's just a service dog. They just make a lot more money than I expected.
Yeah, right.
Man, I learned about the film Tiptoes, and that I really need to see this movie. This looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, I will say, because I'm one of those people that sometimes I'll watch movies in a sitting, but there's some that you need to break it up. And this was one we needed to break it up into, I think, 3 different sessions, because after a certain point, we're like, all right. This is too much.
I feel like I saw the whole movie in the trailer. That trailer was an emotional roller coaster. That was great.
Yeah, it is just like I feel.
How did it do on Rotten Tomatoes? Just because I'm curious.
It's one of those the plot is next to nothing. It's so thin. It feels like a first draft. and then I don't know if someone owed someone else a favor.
Yeah.
And they're just like, just put it in production.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, or they all the actors were in between other movies, and they're like, we got him for like 2 weeks. Get Gary Oldman in the prosthetics, make him look like a little Jeff Foxworthy. Get the cameras rolling.
It's funny they use the same technology as they used in Elf, where they, they set them farther from the camera.
Yeah.
That's so it has 20% critic rating and 23% audience score. So pretty much overall, not a beloved film.
I want to hear from those 3%.
Oh my God, the tagline: "It's the little things in life that matter." They really fucked up by making Gary Oldman the same height on the poster as everyone else.
Do we want to look at some of the ratings?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Despite bracingly peculiar premise and astonishingly fine performance from Gary Oldman, the pick is an honorable failure. Wow.
A title that shall live in infamy.
Man, Gary Oldman can do no wrong.
Wow. Those body doubles, ... That's what sinks it.
Wait, so someone that gave it a good review said, never quite becomes as bad as it sounds. Primarily thanks to the expectedly stellar performances. What movie did he watch?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Tiptoes.
Wow. Substitute schmaltz for sincerity to create a heated hate crime all its own. This film is hatred. Sanctimonious and maudlin. Is that how you pronounce that?
Maudlin.
Maudlin? Mm-hmm. Playing like an educational film on dwarfism.
No, it's not. Educational on dwarfism?
I'm sick and tired of learning about these damn dwarfs.
Rating C-.
yeah, C-. Sanctimonious. Quit teaching me about these little people.
Good Lord.
I went to watch a movie, not to learn.
Yeah.
I learned like 10 things in this movie. I'm pissed.
This movie didn't tell me there'd be so many midgets. Like, I knew there'd be some.
Well, that was the alternate title for the movie.
So many midgets.
Yeah.
And it's the title of this podcast.
And believe it or not, it was going to be all Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, thank you for joining us. Little, big, whatever your size. I hope you enjoy. Tune in next week, and goodbye.
Bye.